So one of the biggest things I hear about memberships is having a low retention rate. Now, I just looked into the back end of mine, which is why I'm creating this video, because I'm so proud to say that my retention rate is 90%, which I think is actually nearly unheard of in the online world. So I'm going to share a couple of things about what I do in my membership that I think helps me keep my retention rate so high. So just as a little background, I have a yoga membership. Inside this membership, we go live twice a week, and they also have access to courses and challenges. So I think having the access to courses and challenges definitely help. It's not just a typical yoga membership where you go in, you get like yoga classes, right? It's not even like all replays. They get live classes with me. And I think that really helps because it helps to make it a little bit different than the other yoga memberships that are around. And it's not just something that you can get on YouTube, right? You can't get live classes with me anywhere else. This is what makes it different. So I think having a membership or a program where it's something that AI can't do, where it's something that they can't just get off YouTube, okay? So making it different definitely helps people to want to come into your place and then to stay. And I actually also sell my courses and challenges separately, which I think when you bundle them all up together, it's like over £500. And they're getting that for free inside the membership. So it kind of makes it a no-brainer as well, because then when they leave, they lose access to the courses and challenges unless obviously they then pay for them separately. So it kind of gives them a really big incentive to want to stay so that they get access to these things, right? And I'm always dropping in new courses and challenges whenever I can as well. So that also helps them to stay and want to experience the latest thing that's coming out. The next thing is I actually listen to their needs. So we have a private Facebook community group and they can email me whenever they would like. And I'm always asking what they want, right? I'm asking what poses they want to work on, what they're struggling with. I'm asking what it is that they want so that I can add it into the membership. So when they feel heard, they feel like they're getting their value, right? They're getting their value for money. They've got me at their fingertips to help guide them. So that also really helps. I know I've been in a couple memberships before where you just don't get asked stuff like that, and there's no input from the students. It's like, this is what the teacher wants, that's all you're getting. So I think having that, I guess, back and forth with my own students to find out what it is that they want inside the membership is also really helping. So the other thing that I do, which I want to say I do about every 6 months, is to do a Google form questionnaire. So I'll do this questionnaire asking them about what they like, what they don't like, what they need help with, why they like yoga. Like, it's so many questions that I ask in there. It only takes them 5 minutes to fill out, but I always put this in because then I can see again what they want, what they don't like, what they need help with. And it really helps me to create more of what they do like in there. So say they love working on specific poses, right? Then I put more pose challenges in the group. Okay, so you're kind of, again, finding out what it is that they want and putting more of that in there. That being said, the next thing is sticking with the same routine. So although I might add in more of what they like, they've potentially joined that membership because they like what they saw I was offering anyway, right? So I try not to change things much. The only thing that I would say that I have changed over time is the days and the times of the live classes, right? Because that's what most of my students come for. They actually come for the live classes. And I know other people's memberships where they only ever do the replays and they don't want the live classes. So it also depends on what kind of people that you attract, and you need to find out what audience you're attracting for yours. But for me, they like the live classes. So for, I don't even know how long, I want to say for 2 years, I have done a Monday and a Friday, right? Stuck at the same time for 2 years now. That is consistent. And when you stay that consistent and your students know what to expect, that's when they stay. If you keep swapping and changing things, your students don't know what they're getting and they go. Now, when you first start a membership or a program, things are going to change. You're going to need to find your rhythm, okay? So I would say for the first 6 months, don't worry about this. Find what's working best for you and then stick to it. I think also having the community aspect is really good. I mean, having the private Facebook group for mine has been amazing. It's just a place where they can contact you if they need to, right? So I think mostly I just get in mine, sorry, I can't come to class today for some reason or whatever. But it's nice to have a place where they can come and ask questions if they want to. So say they can't get a particular pose, they can post a video in the group. They can post a question in the group and I'm there to answer them. So again, it makes it different to just watching videos on YouTube, right? Because they get that one-to-one kind of personalization with you. I think the other reason that my membership does really well with retention is that I am quite honest with my students. So, you know, if my internet's messing up, I will say, oh, sorry guys, my internet's messing up again. I mean, I've had a month now of blipping out, the internet just completely going whack every single time. But my students are staying, right? Because they know that it's not a regular thing. And I'm being honest with them. I'm like, oh, the weather's crap and it's, you know, it's affecting this and it's affecting that. I'm like, you know, sorry if you can hear my dog barking. Sorry if you can hear the chickens pecking on the glass. Like, to some extent, I'm really honest with my students, right? Like, they know now that I'm home educating my daughter. They know that there's a chance my daughter might come in. But they're sticking with me because they're used to me. They know the real me. I am being completely open and honest about who I am as a person. And they actually like that. I'm not just this stiff, robotic yoga teacher that's coming in, teaching the class and going, right? Like, at the end of the class, I am normally like, you know, has anyone got any questions or anything? It's having a bit of a conversation with them as well, and just being more human, I would say, and being honest. Like, you know, there's some days where I am so poorly, there's no way I can teach a class, and I go on there and I have to cancel the class. I've never ever had a person cancel because I'm sick or because the internet messed up, right? So I think being open and honest and being just completely yourself has also really helped my membership. Now, the next thing, or the last thing, which I think is one of the biggest things, again, is improving your own skills. Because yes, people will stay with you for being consistent and being completely honest and being you, but at the end of the day, they are paying you as a business, right? So as a business owner, it's your job to give them the best that you can. So improving your own skills will really help. One thing that I always do is if I'm ever feeling like, oh, I don't know whether I want to teach today, or if I'm just feeling down about myself or something, I will go and do someone else's yoga class. Because whenever I do other people's yoga class, it inspires me. It always inspires me. Maybe I'll pick up a transition that looks really cool and I'm like, oh, I really like that. That's really fun. Or it just gives me a bit more like, oh, I know what I can do in my class now. They've inspired me to add in this move or to do this. It's not copying, it's inspiration, right? Like, I can see a funky flow and be like, oh, I've not put in a funky flow for ages. Okay, let me get on my mat and figure one out, right? So it's improving your own practice as well, and then giving your students the best that you can give them. And honestly, that's what I've done. Everything that I've just shared in this video is basically my entire membership, and I have 90% retention rate in there. So if you're struggling with your membership and you're not doing these things, maybe have a look at your own and see what you can change in there. Obviously, we don't want to be changing things too much and too often, but maybe just have a little play around and add in some of the things that I've been doing in mine. And I really hope this helps. And again, it's not just for memberships, right? This is for like programs, group coaching, anything like that as well, because you always get the retention drop off, right? I know this from like free challenges that I've run. Day 1, you get 100 people. By day 3, it's like 2, right? It's building up that know, like, and trust factor, pretty much. I'm gonna say this in like most of my videos, but it really is that know, like, and trust. So go ahead and try that. And I'm always up for sharing complete, honest, raw yoga teacher truths on my channel. And, you know, this is why I've created this channel, to be completely transparent and open with you guys. So if there's anything else that you would like to know, drop a comment down below and maybe I can make a video on it. And if you haven't watched the last couple of videos that I've done, go and watch them, because I've been speaking about how I got 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel and what the biggest business coaches are doing right now to improve business. So go and check those out. Make sure you hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.